Hi everyone, it's Shelby Slay, your campus librarian, and it's Learning Trail Guide, and today I'll be walking you through our digital leadership lessons, which are available in It's Learning. These lessons will be used to meet our SEPA requirements through the district and the state. All right, let's get started. Again, my name is Shelby Slay. I am one of your It's Learning Trail Guides here on campus. April Glover is also your teacher It's Learning Trail Guide, and we're here to help you guys in any way that you need us. Okay, so we'll be looking at the digital leadership lessons and overview of them, the requirements for the lessons, and then also the teacher verification form, and then we'll quickly discuss what's happening with It's Learning. All right, so where do we go for these digital leadership lessons? So bear with me, I'm going to have to go back and forth just a little bit here. So I'm going to click on, if you guys see right here, this is linked, and it takes you to a step-by-step guide that we have written for you that goes with these lessons. All right, so as you can see, I put a picture of where you guys will be going right here, and I've also got a step-by-step guide of where you will go. So you'll use that link, you will sign in, and then you'll go to your courses. So I'm actually going to walk you guys through this, and we're going to do step by step exactly what it says in here. All right, as you can see, it goes all the way down. I've linked different information in there for you, and I've also got the teacher verification form for you. So let's go ahead on, and I'm going to log into It's Learning, just like you guys will. So once I get to my It's Learning page, I'm going to click on the Login with Spring Branch ISD account. Once I am there, I'll click on my courses, I'll click on all courses so I can see all of my courses, and then this one is listed as a Skyward course, so it's got our code SPARTC, and that's your Spartan Time course. Once you're in your course, you're going to click on Plans. All right, and that takes you to the actual lesson. Let me quickly go back and then we'll continue on. So we're going to do a quick overview of this lesson. All right, there are 4 required lessons, and there are 3 different Spartan Time lesson days where we will be going over these lessons with the students. As you can see, for part 1, that will be November 1st. Parts 2 and 3 will be done on November 8th. We've got a little more time in that Spartan Time class. And then part 4 will be happening on November 15th. As it says prior to the lesson, you'll need to read over the lesson objectives and the teacher notes, and then also you'll have to go through the resources and activities with the students that have been provided for you for each of the lessons. And if you click these can be found here, that takes you to my step-by-step guide as well. So moving on, let's look at the different requirements, and then we'll look at those lessons together. All right, so there is an introduction, so you'll quickly go over that introduction portion of the lesson with your students. It has a general overview as well as a related video and key vocabulary for the lesson that you'll introduce to your students. There's also a group discussion that will be done as an in-class discussion. You will introduce the terms given. You'll also watch the provided video, and you'll review the questions that are listed on this discussion page as a group. And most of these questions are related to the video that is linked in that group discussion. You'll also complete the Choice 2 worksheet as a class. That's another activity that is listed under your resources and activities. You'll click on the activity, make a copy, and that will open that up. Again, I'll show you guys exactly how to do this in just one second. You can write your class choices in the provided areas of that worksheet, and also if that worksheet requires partners, you guys can split your classes into 2 groups to do that. Once you are done with that portion of the lesson, you will take the quick check, which in some of the classes is listed as a quiz, and in some a test. It's the same thing, they've just listed it 2 different ways. And then once you're done with those items, you have the option, and it's up to you guys, if you would like to continue with further activities. There are 2 different cross-curricular extensions that you are welcome to do with your students. Again, just like the Choice 2 worksheet, these cross-curricular extensions have worksheets as well, and you'll also have to make a copy of those to open up the actual activities. All right, so let's go into It's Learning really quick, and I'll show you guys exactly what we were talking about. So for lesson 1, as you can see, that one is Turn Down the Dial on Cyberbullying. Okay, the lesson objectives that are listed here, it says what factors intensify cyberbullying and online cruelty, and what can you do to lessen them. So you will be able to reflect on the factors that intensify online cruelty and cyberbullying. And then students will also be able to identify what targets and upstanders can do when online cruelty occurs, and also recognize their role in escalating and de-escalating online cruelty. All right, that's under our lesson objectives. We also have our resources and activities that we talked about. There's the introduction right there, which I would click on in just a second. The Choice 1 discussion, the Choice 2 worksheet, and then also that quick check that we were talking about. All right, here are our teacher notes as well. And as you guys can see, this is another thing you'll need to look at prior to the lesson. It says, hi teachers, this lesson was adapted from Common Sense Media's digital citizenship lessons available at the following website. Teachers, please note that these are guided lessons. Students will need guidance from the teacher in order to complete the lessons, just like we talked about. Lessons all follow the same format. There's an introduction, 2 choices for practice, a 3-question quiz, and then the 2 cross-curricular extensions. Again, those cross-curricular extensions are your choice. How lessons are delivered is your choice. You may want to discuss the introduction, whole group, then give the students the choice of activities to work on for independent or group work like we talked about. And then you may want to do activities whole group or all individually. That is all up to you. Okay, please make sure you review all the lesson materials before assigning these to the students, just like we talked about. So you guys will definitely want to go into each lesson prior to the start of it and just take a look at all the different resources and activities. All right, so for this one, we're going to go ahead on and go to the introduction. So I'll click on that, and as you can see up at the top, it says, and it breaks down everything for you, it says online cruelty, also referred to as cyberbullying, takes place whenever someone uses digital media tools to deliberately upset or harass someone else, often repeatedly. With this in mind, watch the video below and answer the questions that follow. Once you watch that video, it also gives you those different vocabulary words that we talked about. All right, so once you will have finished that with students, you'll go back to your plans, and then you'll move on to the Choice 1 discussion. All right, so I'll click that Choice 1 discussion, and again, there's the terms that you will go over with your students. You'll then watch the video that is listed right here, okay, as a group, and then you'll discuss those 2 different questions listed as a group. If you would like to, you are more than welcome to start a new thread and list the discussion that you guys had as a class in the new thread. All right, moving on from there, click on your plans again, and that will take us to the Choice 2 worksheet. So once I click on that, just like I told you guys, here's the breakdown of the activity and what you will do. Okay, once you have read that and gone over that with your students, you'll click right here where it says click here to access Dial It Down. So when I click on that, it will ask me if I want to make a copy, and I do, so I'll click make a copy, give it just a second, and then it will open up with your copy. Your directions are listed. Okay, you will have already watched Stacy's story, and then you'll fill out the different information right here in accordance to that actual video that you watched. For this one, as you can see, it's set up in partners. So what I would do, and you guys are welcome to do this as well, I would split the class into 2, have one group discuss Stacy's stories, and one group discuss the Turn Down the Dial on cyberbullying. All right, once you have completed this worksheet and filled everything out, then you will exit that one, go back to your plans, and then you will click on the Turn Down the Dial on Cyberbullying Quick Check. So you'll click on that, and as you can see right here, it takes you to the test information. Click on Review Test, okay, and then there are the questions for you. And you'll do those different questions. Click Next as you finish. All right, and then once you're done, you'll submit all of those answers, okay? When you are done, click on your plans again. Yes, we're going to leave the test because we're not taking it right now. Once you're done, again, you're welcome to move forward with those cross-curricular extensions, all right? But if you are running out of time, you are more than welcome to go ahead on and finish the lesson there. If you do have some extra time, I would strongly suggest going through those cross-curricular extensions. All right, so you will do that those following steps for each of these lessons listed below. So we've got Private Today, Public Tomorrow, which is Lesson 2. Becoming a Web Celeb, which is Lesson 3 for our 9th graders. And number 4 is the Who Are You Online lesson. Okay, just remember that for each of our grade levels, they do look a little bit different in terms of the title and the information listed, but they're all very similar at the same time. All right, once you have completed those 4 lessons, you guys will fill out the teacher verification form, which can be pulled from right here. Okay, I will also put them in your boxes for you guys to fill out and turn in to me. That will be on the last day. Okay, and they're also linked in the step-by-step guide and our PowerPoint as well. So you would just print that out, fill it out, and then turn it into me. All right, let's quickly look at that teacher verification form like we were just talking about. All right, again, it is linked. If you click right here on the form, it is linked to this presentation as well, so you can get it that way. So step 1 is locate the verification form. You can just click right there. Step 2, obviously teach the lessons, fill out the form, and then return it signed to Shelby Slate, which is me. All right, moving on from there, we're just going to quickly talk about some different things with It's Learning. Okay, as you can see, dates and standards are 2 important items that are coming up with It's Learning. The district is asked moving forward to make sure that you're assigning dates in your plans, okay, so that your content is visible to your students, all right? And as it says, as a district moving forward, these are going to be an integral part of It's Learning, and we just want to get started adding those dates in for each of the plans that we create. Our standards are another portion of the plans that we are going to be focusing on. Okay, this gives data collection for each of our campuses, and it also helps students, parents, and our admins and other teachers know what TEKS we're addressing. Okay, always think of your plans and It's Learning as your lesson plans. All right, moving on from there, we have deadlines that we're going to focus on. Okay, this is going to help your students prioritize their time by assigning different deadlines to their activities. And then don't forget, we do have the parent portal coming out soon. So obviously these deadlines will help communicate to your students and your families the expectations for the activities and when they're due. Now, I know a lot of you guys have had issues with Turnitin. We do have some videos that we've sent out, and I'm going to send them out again to you on how to fix these different issues. So as you can see right here, if a student gets an error saying that their account has expired, they'll need to go to the main Turnitin.com webpage. They'll click on Login, and then they'll click on the Forgot Your Password section. They'll follow the steps that it takes them to reset their password. Make sure when they're putting in their email address that they are doing their @mysbisd.org email address and not a personal email address. These actual accounts are linked to their @mysbisd.org email. Okay. The second issue that we have seen has been with students uploading their documents to Turnitin through It's Learning. One thing that we have noticed, if they're trying to upload a Google Doc, Google Slides, something along those lines, the best way to make this work is to actually download that file as a PDF first through Google, and then they'll upload that file as an actual file through Turnitin, and that is all shown in those videos that I'm going to send out to you guys. So just remember to let your students know if they're having issues uploading a document. Make sure to download it as a PDF first and then try uploading it as a file. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything along those lines with these lessons, Turnitin, or It's Learning in general, please feel free to email me or come by and see me, or I'll be happy to come into your classrooms and help you guys out. All right, I hope you have a great day. Thanks, guys.